Shit. I just decided to come on here, man. I just got off work, and I hadn't done a live on YouTube in a while. And I still come on YouTube, but I normally spend a lot more time on YouTube because you know, I guess a few people that in my subscriber list probably know that, like I've said before, I moderate on Charleston White's channels, the game related podcast and the real Charleston White channel. Um, I don't know if it's just me or if anybody else might feel this way as well, but it is my opinion. That's my opinion. Everybody may not share my opinion, but it's my opinion that the website known as YouTube is considerably boring, more boring, uh, without the consistent live videos of Mr. Charleston White. Now, I know when it was rumored that Mr. Charleston was shot, that supposedly that he was the plan was for him to lay low, and of course, he has a lot of things. If you're a fan of Charleston White, if you follow Charleston White's channel, you pay attention to how Mr. Charleston operates and things of that nature. You know that he has the BET Awards coming up, and he also has his comedy. He's going to be doing stand up on October 2nd. So the man is busy, and not to mention all these interviews and stuff like that. Now, we also know it's a whole bunch of Charles White interviews, and one thing about those interviews, they always, no matter how many of them there are, they always tend to be a unique aspect of each and every one of them. I know it feels like I know it may feel like I'm doing a whole lot of selling to Mr. Charles White, but that's not even necessary for me to do though. But I really just wanted to come on and say, uh, these past few years, just you can go and say, you can count, look at the analytical data. These last few years since Mr. Charles has taken over the internet, taking over YouTube and Instagram and on Facebook, whenever he come on Facebook, he run that motherfucker too. He don't really be on there like that too much, but it's just there. The internet really ain't been the same, man. And, I was really surprised today, and I know, like I said, the man is busy. But Mr. Charleston just happened to be in my city. And this ain't my city. This is where I live. The city where I live in. Mr. Charleston came to Chicago. I guess I don't know today. They're so strategic. I guess people expect them to, like, I guess when he's regularly in Fort Worth, he'll give you a play-by-play of where he's going. Where he go to this store or this person's house or there. But like when he goes out of town and does trips out of town, he don't necessarily have to announce to y'all where he going to. And I read the little comments, yeah, he look concerned, he look nervous. Y'all don't know what the fuck that nigga look like. I looking at the video, it looked to me like he's sightseeing, cause he taking pictures of shit, he filming shit. But don't let it get to the point where it seems like I'm speaking for that man. But yeah, man, I'm still trying to work. I'm working on get my YouTube hours up. So I said I'm gonna come on here for a minute since I'm wearing my you won't see this particular hoodie on the website. Because I remember, I don't know whether anybody might remember when the jackets were released, the nigga jackets were released. I had ordered a black one and a white one, But since the thirsty folks bought up all the white ones, uh, I'm sure that Mr. Charleston had his hand. I mean, if he didn't, I'm going to believe that Mr. Charleston had his hand in it. He was so gracious to you know, provide me with this white, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished hoodie. And I wear with pride and pride. I ain't had this motherfucker since yeah, probably since I got it. Like last year sometime, but it's hoodie season. Contact Antonio Sales to go get nah, but no, on the real though, y'all need to get hooked up with the cotton plug though too. You know, cause if you're already hooked up with it and you getting these hoodies and you putting your brand, your whatever brand you got or whatever symbol or picture you want to put on your hoodie, you know, them hoodies was going for $5 a piece. You know, and I know them hoodies that some what I used to buy before I knew about the plug, and I had to buy buy hoodies or whatever. They would sell them hoodies for like anywhere from $50 to $70. But yeah, man, I just really want to come on and fuck around a little bit. I ain't really got much to say. I come on here. I know they say you got to get a certain amount of hours in order to monetize your channel. I got about 1,000, and I'm trying to get 3,000 more. And I need 1,000 subs. I only have about 300. So I see one person out there. If that one person tells a friend, maybe tell another friend, come fuck with a nigga, come fuck with Mr. Nigga. I said I wouldn't go big for no sub. But hey man, like, share, subscribe. Fuck it, I'm already out here now. But yeah, man, this is still a work in progress. You know, I long to get on pop up on here because when you're trying to think of things out of thin air, I like to tend to come up with a topic before I come on, but I don't necessarily have a topic other than damn this motherfucker YouTube is boring as a motherfucker because ain't no notification that Charleston White is going live, and I can understand that. But man, he spoon feeding. You know, he ain't necessarily spoon feeding. He making preparations because hey. I don't know what they're gonna have him do at the BET Awards, but they need to have him doing something. I know that he's been strategically and meticulously preparing for this stand-up comedy. I almost want to drive down there, but the shit is on a Sunday, and I'm making an excuse. I want to drive down there, but it's too much of a strain on what I got going on right now, and that's just keeping it a book. But like I said, I am going to Fort Worth, Texas. I am going to Dallas, Texas. I don't know whether it'll be before the year is over with, but it will be as soon as I make preparations. You know, I got Mr. Nigga got to shake hands with Mr. Charles. You know, so that is what that is. But yeah, man. I just came on to fuck with the algorithm a taste and see if I get a little YouTube love in the process. You know, I've been doing this for I guess I looked in my memories and I think when I initially intensified remaking videos again, it's probably about a year ago, and I give that, you know, I always often speak, like I said, this channel is the Nigger Rule. This is Mr. Niger's, the Niger Rule, as in Flavinus Niger. You know, in Niger meaning black. Flavinus the black, Flavinus Niger, Flavinus the black, Flay the black, FLAV. You can call me Flay, you can call me G Flay, and you know, whatever. But I was one of them social media men. You know, I was one of them guys that spent all this time doing a whole bunch of long typing back and forth with people, having day long debates with niggas about shit. I know that I'm smarter than they are in. It is a waste of time. It's non-constructive. And then when you think about it, those people, while we're having those day long debates, there are people. There are people in high places that are making tremendous amounts of money while we are basically squandering away our time. Get you something to sell, nigga. Get you something to sell. And another thing is one other thing you say that just be burning me. You know, what he said. I think he said his granddad told him. He said, a man who got to go to work, get up and go to work every day, don't know how to fish. That won't be burning a nigga, man. Because as in a way that's true. You know, if you have to if you have to be about the point of answering to another man, you know, regards to how you feed yourself, I mean, you make your ways to feed yourself, then hey, you know, someone is if they not holding the fishing pole for you, they got the boat and they carrying you where the fish is at. So it's like, well, he said it's a whole lot of money to be made on the internet. You know, you got to have some form of charisma. You got to be talking about something. Your character got to be strong. But once again, the internet is really, really, well, YouTube is quite boring without that random Charleston White Live. And that's really the gist of all of this. As I reach the end of my L of my blood, I don't smoke switches. I smoke Optimos. I smoke a variety of flavor Optimos, uh, and they burn a little bit slower than Swisher cigarillos. I know for a factual. But yeah, man, I appreciate anyone who might come through, or any of the individual who is out there that has come through. Um, to pretty much, and I think I cut out before I finished. So basically, what I say is that, you know, there's a way to make money. If you're gonna be on the internet and you're gonna spend your time being a social media man or woman, then you might as well figure out some kind of way to get you some goddamn money, get you some money off of it, man. That's all that is, though. But you know, it takes sometimes you feel as if you know you're pissing in the wind. You know, it seem like you're running in place, but you got to be determined and dedicated. It takes, you know, it takes being able to wrestle with self doubt and you know, perhaps the idea that you may fail. But they say, you know, I try to eliminate this actually eliminate this word from my vocabulary. But uh, the ancestors used to tell me don't none beat a fail but a try. So you know, I go about the endeavor of trying to position myself to give me some internet money. So you know, hey, I'm not going to confuse you or give you any type of sell you some type of particular dream or cause to you. I have my own particular cause. You know, black empowerment. You know, and empowerment starts in the home. So it's like, well, you know, when you come on this channel, I can give you all kind of information. I have a wealth of information. I'm one of them type of niggas that read so many books when he was younger. He feels like he don't need to read no new books. It's kind of ignorant, but it really for real though. I mean, and I have, but I'm rambling off into something else. The internet's boring as fuck without Charleston. The YouTube is boring as a motherfucker without there. When I get out of work, usually he either be the main one or he making one. That's national. That motherfucker a national treasure, probably an international treasure at this point. I got this itty bitty ass rope. an international treasure at this point. So I guess this is at the point where we should really cherish the times. Cherish the times that we got Mr. Charleston, Mr. Rat Williams to provide us with the daily entertainment and also information, the guidance above our emotions. You know, it's fun to watch the emotional and to be in my position as a moderator. It's very very fun watching the emotions that take place in the chat rooms and in the comment sections. Y'all really be ready to throw y'all life way over a daddy, a 44-year-old daddy. 45 now. Y'all say you're 52. 45-year-old. Y'all really be ready to throw y'all life way over somebody daddy, somebody husband, somebody's son, somebody brother. Social media, man. Yeah, I mean, men, males, or whatever, you know, some of us are crazy as a motherfucker. Some of us are intelligent. Some of us are dumb. You know, but don't be foolish. Never be, you know. This is all federal. This cyberspace shit, this is federal shit. Yeah, I'll play somebody, you know, it said on one of them Chicago posts on this thing talking about he better not some to the point where, like, if he left where he was, he went anywhere, then he'd be facing death. The man go all over the goddamn country, and you will never know. You will more than likely never know where he's at until he's just about ready to leave, or whether he's left already. Yeah. And you shouldn't. It's none of your goddamn business. But yeah, man, I didn't got a little bit lifted. You know, I didn't switched up, and you know, I done had that joke for about a week and a half. I once again, I iterate, I'm not an alcoholic. You know, I'm a teetotaler, as the old white folks used to say. But yeah, man, I thank y'all very much for y'all time, and hopefully, you know, we'll we'll I anticipate, you know, the main channels on hiatus, you know, do some bogus actions. Them emotions, them niggas be acting from them emotions, and you know, thinking that the little pranks and sabotage will be enough to stop, you know, what is destined. That's what the train that is destined to reach its stop, and all points in between. It's sad, really, but it is what it is, man. You know, play on, Mr. Charles. And I was just shouting you out, brother. You was in the city. I know you was busy though. Y'all was on the timetable, but I'm gonna get with you, brother, man. Peace and love, nigga nation or nothing. Cut this motherfucker off. It won't go off.